Hi Pisces, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for July 17th through August 16th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommender reader shout out, which goes to Mystic Moon. She has a YouTube channel as well as an Etsy shop, and I have bought a few of her oracle decks. She just came out with a tarot card deck as well, so hopefully, and she does readings, so hopefully you get a chance to stop by her Etsy shop, and check her out, or her YouTube channel. Show her some love. All right, what is your Harsh Truth, Pisces? Also, this is intended for a romantic love reading. However, it might resonate in another area of your life, such as career, work, job, family, friends, that sort of thing. General. All right. Okay, Pisces, what is your Harsh Truth, Pisces? Harsh Truth, Pisces. Or what do you need to know? Maybe not so harsh, but what is very important? What's the reality of a situation here? What do we got going on? Hierophant, this could be Taurus. The Sun, that could be Leo. Three of Wands. 10 of Cups. The World. Justice, that could be Libra. 7 of Cups. So what do we got? Okay, so, wow. Also, booby. Say it with me. Booby. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 out of 7 cards are major arcana. That's quite significant. This is quite significant for you. Okay, so is your person wanting to come back and say they're sorry? What is going on here? They wanting to come back in and say they're sorry. And, okay, what's this Sun card about? The Star. That could be Aquarius. So we got Leo and Aquarius there. Also, boobies. Everything's better with boobies. What's this 3 of Wands about? What's this 3 of Wands about? Pisces. What's this 3 of Wands about? So perhaps you're wondering if this person's offer, their sorry, their apology, and them, if they mean it, if this is somebody that you can count on, it's somebody that is safe and secure and stable, is going to offer you that, if that's what this is. What's this 10 of Cups? This 10 of Cups. Are you wanting them to say they're sorry? This 10 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. That's not bad at all. That's a fresh start. Well, okay then, but is it together or apart? What's this World card about? What's World card about? All right, this jumped. That was Knight of Wands reversed. What's this World card about? I wonder why those are reversed. I don't normally have those as reversed. 3 of Cups reversed. So that's not having a reconciliation or a reunion. Oof, okay. Perhaps you want an end to the dating scene. What's this Justice about? Ace of Wands. Whoopsie. Okay. All right, so this is interesting because is this you being optimistic over time that things will settle and resolve and everything's gonna be okay, and perhaps you're just waiting for someone to kind of get dating and all that business out of their system so that you two can kind of get back together? We got 2 cards of moving physically. Well, 3 cards. This could be travel, but this could also be moving house, Pisces. This could be moving house. Those 2 right there. So this is very interesting. All right, what's this? What's this 7 of Cups here? What's this 7 of Cups here? 7 of Cups. 5 of Swords. What's this 7 of Cups here for Pisces? Page of Wands. Okay. We got the Knight of Wands reversed and the Three of Cups reversed. It feels like that's either the relationship ended because someone just never wanted to stick to just your relationship with you. They wanted multiple partners, or you're really hoping for an ending to them dating other people. You know, hoping things will work out over the long haul, hoping for successful resolution, being optimistic that things eventually are going to work out and that you two will come full circle and they will be in a position to commit to only you. The reality of it is, though, that they're wanting to move on and to explore other options. At least for right now, they want to kind of just get some distance from the situation. They even want to physically move away if they haven't already. They want to concentrate on that and just what's available to them in that area right now before they I want to say they want to apologize, but you could be dealing with a Libra, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, but you know, it looks like they're going to let the ending stand, though. That's the thing. I don't think this is about them coming in for a second chance. I mean, we've got the Ace of Wands and the Five of Swords here. This looks like someone just being really decisive and wanting to make some cuts in their life and wanting a new beginning. Got some choices to make, got lots of options and choices. You two are not without, it's like, what's it saying? You're spoiled for choice. You're not without options here. Both of you have options. You might not want them, but this person does, maybe did, and that's what broke you two apart. But I think there's a hope on your part that this might have ended finally with them, and yet they're happy to let things stand the way things ended. There might have been at some point they were kind of thinking about, you know, let me just get some distance from it, get to a healthier place mentally and emotionally over this, and then I can talk. But I think they're kind of okay with leaving and moving on and staying moved on and staying left. It looks like they're just kind of okay with how things have left, and they're deciding on further action and what further to do, and it doesn't involve it's about making choices, not so much about reconciliation or about what to do about you. It looks like they're looking to the future and their own future. It doesn't look like this is about a reconciliation. It looks like it's a fresh start after a breakup for them. Just needing, like, kind of being like, okay, well, if that's the way it's going to be, then I guess maybe they were hoping that you were going to come in with an apology and, you know, offer that fresh start or whatnot, which, you know, that's a tough sell, right? It's like, no. I think they're making decisions and are kind of resolute on moving on and just needing to make decisions because there's been a breakup, and like, all right, I'm just gonna, you know, be optimistic about this, and just gonna, we got the Sun and the Ace of Wands here, you know, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna take what life gives me, and I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna really try here. And this could be somebody that had to move away for their job, and that's why it's like, well, this relationship has to end. Could be that. I don't know, though. I feel like you're content to kind of continue to explore options and kind of keep the dust circulating, like not letting the dust settle, and trying to kind of still have varied interests but nothing too serious, because you're still really wanting things maybe to work out with this person, and I don't think it will. That's the only thing. I think if anything, they would want you to approach them, because they're already out the door. So they're not planning on reaching out. They're not planning on doing anything. They're going to stay gone. But if you're hopeful about things working out, or kind of waiting and hoping that whatever drama was between you two dies down so that you two can kind of reconnect, they're just going to keep on keeping on. The only way that's going to happen is if you were to reach out to them, and it looks like you might be considering it sometimes, especially with this Page of Wands and the Star and the Sun. So if you're willing to do that, okay, but I think you'll be disappointed. I think that it might be originally that they just feel like, well, I've got to leave because of this, but then they're proactive enough to make wherever they land work. They're not going to be pining away over a past relationship. They're going to successfully move on and move away and make their life work for them. And I don't mean this. I feel bad that I have to say that, because I feel like you're kind of hopeful, but it's not. The only way that could even happen is if you were to approach them, and I feel like that's not even on the table. Like, I can just hear the comments now, like, oh no, they can go themselves, or pound sand. But all right, what else for Pisces? There you are, Pisces. King of Cups. This King of Cups for me represents Pisces. That showing up like that is about you needing to focus on yourself. This is you looking over your shoulder at still kind of, and this is, look at, neither one of these are looking or facing. They're both facing away because they're already looking at what their other options and choices are, and they're already looking to the future. So you might be kind of looking over at your shoulder at, are they still there, or what are the possibilities still? And we got this Seven of Cups. That's probably still having very strong emotions for someone, and not wanting the dust to settle, not wanting to decide on any course of action. Like, we've got the Five of Swords here. Perhaps there needs to be a decisive course of action, but it feels like you don't want to, because you still feel very attached to this person, and there's this hope that it'll still work out. And the focus needs to shift from it working out with them, things working out over the long term. Like, I just really hope that, we got the Hierophant and the Sun here. That's really hoping that that's your better half, that that's your person, that things can finally be stable. And there's that connection, that karmic connection, to shifting your focus from all of that and the hope, and keeping the options swirling around, and kind of wondering this and wondering if you should do that, and never really landing on anything, just options, to kind of reining those emotions in and becoming more emotionally balanced about a situation, guarding your emotions, not getting emotionally involved or emotionally attaching to a situation that you're trying to think about and get resolution. This is about maturity also. We go from a Page of Wands to a King of Cups. So instead of all of this kind of, the patience and attention span of a flea here, to being very measured and poised about your decisions, and being in control of your emotions and where you allow your emotions to go, as far as, nope, I'm not going to spend any more time reminiscing about that. Yes, I still love that person, but it is what it is, and I'm going to shift my attention elsewhere. Making you the priority, you being in emotional control over this situation. So you go from, the Page of Wands and the Five of Swords here to the King of Cups. Just keep that in mind. I know it's not easy, but just consider shifting out of being hopeful for a reconciliation, or that things will work out over time, and kind of keeping all your options swirling in the air so that you don't really have to land and decide on something, to having a more proactive stance, becoming more decisive about how you're going to deal with this emotionally, and maybe starting to pull back emotionally from the situation, because this is saying that the power is within you to do that. It just takes you actually doing it, making the decisive, or, making the decision to do it, to have control over it. All right, what else for Pisces? Oh, the Mountain and the Eight of Wands, or Eight of Swords to boot. So sudden departure, feeling restricted and trapped, isolated, cold, things not moving forward, things just kind of, just the problems being too big to resolve. And that's what the Mountain is. And then, like I said, the just feeling that isolation or that restriction, which is the Eight of Swords, and a sudden departure, or just feeling like there's no point in continuing and just moving on and not moving forward with someone, but moving on by yourself. That's Eight of Wands. So I'm sorry, Pisces. That's doesn't bode well, does it? I got that one. Okay, so yeah, it's almost like whatever is between you two is just too insurmountable at this point, at this stage of the game. I think it might be because it might look this way because you don't quite have a handle on your emotions yet about the situation. I think you're looking for distraction, or you're kind of looking for, this could be looking for, this could be kind of that bargaining stage and grieving where you're wanting to explore all these options as to why. Well, maybe they did this, maybe this is looking at a lot of tarot readings for different options or different reasons why, to explain why. Either way, it keeps you from having to actually feel, because you're constantly exploring options and like, what about this? Well, what about this? Instead of having to feel, and instead of having control over, your emotional state. So just consider that you might be deliberately stirring things up so you don't have to feel, because of, you don't want this, you really might want that reconnection, and it's just not possible right now. Again, though, it could be that it's this way right now because you're not fully in control of your emotions. Maybe once you get an emotional handle on things, this won't seem so insurmountable, and you can approach this person with calm and reason if you're still inclined to do so. I have a hunch, though, that most of you are going to be like, I am not the one that's going to be reaching out. Understandable, duly noted. All right, what else for Pisces? Okay, so we got the Ace of Pentacles again right here, and the Fool reversed. So this could be basically a risky new beginning. We've got two cards about new beginnings. Both are reversed. Actually, no, that's reversed. So this is not reversed. Okay, so new beginnings and a risky new beginning, or this is not taking a leap of faith on an offer for a new beginning. So if in fact they have reached out, they've sent a message, an innocuous message, or if you have, now is not the time for a reconnection or taking a leap of faith with this person. You need time to heal. You need time to let things resolve over time. Stay optimistic and hopeful that things will resolve over time, but you might find that it's going to look differently. It might not be in the form of a reconciliation. It could just be that you, over time, get your emotional strength back, or, have your wits about you to where you're able to deal with this in a much more, dare I say, mature or kingly capacity, rather than kind of being all over the place and wanting to keep the dust swirling. So just shift the hope and the optimism, shift it to yourself. And I know that you're like, okay, I so didn't want to hear that, because this feels very isolated and lonely and solitary. And it kind of is in dealing with this situation, because this person's already kind of moved on. So perhaps when you shift the attention to yourself and your emotional well-being, this won't seem so insurmountable, and you might be able to reach out with that apology if you want to, or because it feels like, it doesn't feel like they're going to be, it feels like you're going to be the one, if anything, to initiate contact. And if Because we got the Page of Wands here and we got the Ace of Wands and the Justice. This could be reaching out saying that I'm sorry. And it feels like you might be the one reaching out to do that. Maybe you'd like that from them, but that's not going to be happening. So this could be them wanting an apology from you or you wanting to reach out. Just saying. I know. Don't get mad. All right. But right now is not the time. You need to get more emotionally centered and balanced. And that's going to take a process. So don't, if you're thinking about reaching out, don't do it right now. It would be ill-advised. We got the Ace of Pentacles with the Fool reversed. That would be risky. If you're thinking any kind of offer or of a new beginning for stability, things like that, that's risky and ill-advised. It's not a time to take that leap of faith. Okay, shutting up. All right, so Pisces, I hope this was helpful. I'm sorry it wasn't better news. You just focus on you right now, okay? All right, you take care, and I hope to see you in the next reading.